Hey guys, it's Flawkes here, and I'm doing the what's it called? It's the Mecha God totems. I'm not sure what they are, or maybe they're just gods. We just call them gods, sure, whatever. It's basically the 7-star evolution material that you need, well, to promote your unit from 6-star to 7-star, and these are not quite as easy, especially compared to like the miracle totems or just all the other elemental totems. I wouldn't say these are as hard as like the Grand Gaia Chronicles or the Soulbound. Actually, no. I'd say this is easier than the Soulbound Saga. I think, for sure. Yeah. Anyways, you'll see. First of all, though, I want to say that I made a mistake with this party because I just noticed as I was importing this video over and I was checking the footage. I don't know why I brought Shida. Like, that is I don't know. I was stupid, I guess. Actually, I think there were two mistakes, actually, now that I think about it. So, I wanted Shida first because of the element thing, because I wanted to make a generic team for all of them, and Shida wouldn't be as useless as he is in this dungeon. This is the Thunder dungeon, by the way. So already off the bat, 3 of the units, my friend unit, the Zell Knight, my own Zell Knight, and then my own Rosetta, they're already Earth, so I don't need an extra element. So the only other attacker, because Narza's not going to attack very often, is Kuda. So essentially Shida is just buffing Kuda. Well, I guess Shida too, but then Shida probably attacks like once every 3 turns, maybe every 2 turns. I forgot how often. I actually managed to keep his BB up. I also didn't count his buffs, so I was probably overriding my buffs a couple times. Yeah, as you can tell, this was not a very good run. It was kind of like a, I don't know what I'm doing. This actually was my very first Mecha God run. I haven't encountered them before. This is my first time doing it. I haven't read up the difficulty. I wanted to go in with like a safe-ish party because I had no idea what this was about. And as far as I can tell, though, I don't think you can one-shot these guys. Yeah, I think after this video, I tried to do a Maxwell team. They're crit resistant. I'll tell you that for one part. They're not. I don't think they're crit immune. I don't think, but they're definitely crit resistant at the very least. And I brought like mono element. It was, I think I brought a full fire team besides Maxwell and a friend Maxwell. So I had dual Maxwell, and everyone else was fire. I had a Luther, a Sierra, Aris, so that he has infinite SBB, and then I forgot my last one. I think the last one was Fiora. So they're pretty strong, and they're all fire. And I was fighting against the Earth Totem, or sorry, Earth God. And I only took out like a quarter of his HP on the first turn, and that was including a fire ore and brood elixirs on everyone. So that's pretty redonkulous. Just saying, these guys have a lot of HP. It's HP too. It's not defense, so you can't like shred their defense because my Sierra's SBB includes ignore defense for 2 turns, as well as the attack buff. So yeah, I don't know. These guys just pack a lot of HP, I guess. And you'll see in this run that it takes a while. This video does go on for like 9 and something minutes. So, although that does include a bit of the setup in the beginning, but that's probably only like what, 1 minute. Yeah. So if you guys planning to tackle this, definitely try to bring 1 or 2 damage mitigators if you can. These gods hit consistently hard. There's no real burst at any point. Sometimes I think it did just randomly do like maybe like 2 or 3 AoEs, so that's just the dangerous part. But otherwise, definitely bring damage mitigators. 1 if you can sustain 1 and make sure you have damage mitigation every turn, or maybe 2 if you're not so sure. Or you can just guard, actually. If you just don't have the damage mitigation and you have someone like a Lily Mama or Narza, for instance, then you can use SPP for Narza, and then if next turn you don't have anything, then you can Oh, you know, actually you can't guard and gain SBB, now I think about it. Because Narza's effect only lasts for 1 turn. Never mind. I lied. You probably won't have enough to charge Narza to SBB. Because these gods, even if they do double AoE on you, it doesn't hit you enough times to trigger Narza's SBB effect in enough times. Or like Lily Mama's effect, which is basically you gain Brave Crystals based on the number of times you receive hits. So, yeah. Back to the original statement, I think I stand by that. Bring 1 damage mitigator if you think you can sustain him with enough Brave Crystals. So I mean, like, what I'm talking about is like a lot of drop checks on your other units. So like high hit count units and drop checks like Elza, Kuda, I think even units like Gribe, I think has decent. Yeah, maybe Gribe. Rosetta's okay. I think she has like 24 drop check for her SPB. 30 with her. I think it's 30 with her BB actually, ironically. And then you can also bring other units that will fill your brave BB gauge, your brave gauge, like Zell Knight or Shida. Shida actually does add, I think it's 8 or 9 brave crystals to everyone when you use his SPB. So Shida does serve somewhat of a dual purpose. He does buff element and it fills BB. So, yeah. You can see in this party though that I might have brought too much BB sustain, which is not too much of a bad thing, I guess. But I think I overdid it. I think I could have had a little more damage, and this thing would have gotten a little faster. Just saying. Yeah. Because I have like 4 sources of BB fill. I have Narza's passive. Oh, sorry, passive. What am I saying? Narza's SBB, 2 Zell Knights, and I have Shida. So, yeah. But besides that, there's really not much to say. I mean, if you're really curious or if you're really worried, I definitely suggest you. I don't know if there's really going to be a guide, but you can definitely look up on the forums or, you know, something like Reddit or maybe on the Gumi forums. If there's a specific turn that Mechagods use multiple AoEs, I think it's chance. You don't quote me on that. I'm just off the top of my head. I think it's chance. I've only run these like twice, so I'm not that familiar yet. But yeah, don't think these are too easy, because if you come in with a hard-hitting like crit squad or just heavy hitting squad with no sustain, you're not gonna have a fun time. You might wipe. Actually, most likely you will wipe, because I would assume you don't have enough BB sustain for one thing to keep up your burst, and also no damage mitigator. Because why would you have a damage mitigator in a burst team, right? So yeah. But besides that, there's not much to say. It's, just treat it as any other hard boss that you can't burst down. I'm pretty sure they're crit resistant. Might have to rewind this video later to check, but that's probably too late. But yeah, I don't think I really crit them. Beats me. Yeah, but besides that, you could try to abuse the elements because you get to pick what element you're fighting. But there are chances, apparently, of getting a light or dark god, Mecha God, coming in on 2nd stage, I think. I haven't encountered it yet, but I think I read about that somewhere in the comments on Reddit. So that is definitely something to watch out for. I guess in this case, you would definitely be unlucky, actually, because it would just make the run a lot longer. But I mean, if you needed the element, then good for you. I mean, if you needed like a light or dark, there you go. You saved yourself some time. But yeah, that's about it. If you guys haven't already gotten your 7-star, or if you guys are working towards it, this is something definitely you can do if you need to burn your energy, because I think it does cost 70 energy. That's quite a chunk, but it's not easy by any means. So good luck, and I'll see you guys later.